Hi everyone, Daniel here from FCC Montreal. I'm just doing a quick screencast, and it's my first ever, so please bear with me, on how you can contribute, and we definitely invite you to do so, to the FCC Montreal website. So I'm here at the GitHub repo, FCC Montreal/FCC Montreal, and if you want to contribute, the first thing you need to do is just go over here and hit the fork button. That's going to create a copy of that repository under your account name. And the next step is to go over, grab the URL from your copy on GitHub, and just jump into the command line and go git clone and download a copy of that repo. So you've now got a local repo on your machine, your remote personal one, and then that's been forked from the FCC remote one. I'm just going to pop into here into FCC Montreal, and we'll open that up in an editor. And at this point, you're basically free to make any changes that you want to. In this case, we're going to keep it really simple, and we see there's a whole lot of kind of unnecessary comments in the HTML code, so let's have a clean that up. So we'll just go through and delete that. And there's some there too. I left that in there originally just because it kind of showed how the template worked, but now let's have that cleaned up. So we'll save that file, and we'll pop back here to check the git status. And what that shows us is that we've made some changes to index.html. So the next step is simply to add those changes, and then we can look at checking those changes in. So git commit, and we'll just add a message here, removing comments from index.html. Excellent. From there, it's pretty simple. We'll just do one more git status just to show that there are no changes. But you'll notice that it says your branch is ahead of origin get pages by one commit. So origin here, because we did a clone from your personal repository, is going to point to that remote repository on GitHub. And you'll see here that your branch is ahead of the origin by one commit. So what we want to do is push that new commit that we've just made to your remote. And that uses the git push command. And you can specify here, it's good to be clear, that we're pushing to origin from the GitHub pages branch. The way we have it set up is that the GitHub pages branch is actually the default branch. You could also just leave that out because that has all been set up in the repository, so we'll just do a git push. Once that goes through, we can pop back over to our repository here, and if we do a refresh there, we'll see that we've just done a new commit ahead of GitHub pages. From there, if you want to request that the change you've made to your personal remote goes back into the main FCC Montreal website, simply make a pull request. GitHub's smart enough to know that we want to go from back to the FCC Montreal and from our FCC Montreal branch. So after that, and you can see the changes here, that it's showing us that we're removing those comments. Then it's just a matter of going create pull request. There's a chance to leave some details there, and so we can just put, this is for demo purposes, create the pull request, and then basically anyone who's got admin privileges can go back to the main FCC Montreal, take a look at the pull requests, and jump in there, and there'll be an option to merge the pull request. In this case, I'm not going to click the button because we're not quite ready to remove those comments, but that's basically how you would contribute to the website. So certainly invite you to do that, and if you have any questions, just hit us up on the Facebook group. Have an excellent time.